Today I am going to present about census in India. A population census is the process of collecting, compiling, analyzing and disseminating demographic, social, cultural and economic data relating to all persons in the country. It is done once in 10 years. India is a country with great diversity of physical features and distribution of population. Conducting population census in a country like India is undisputedly the biggest administrative exercise of peacetime. The wealth of information collected through census on houses, amenities available to the households, socio-economic and cultural characteristics of the population makes Indian census the largest database. It is the only source of information for planners, research scholars, administrators and other data users. The planning and execution of Indian census is one of the challenging and fascinating tasks in India. India is one of the very few countries in the world which has proud history of holding census after every 10 years. The Indian census has a very long history behind it. The earliest literature, Rigveda, reveals that some kind of population count was maintained during 800 to 600 BC. Kautilya's Arthashastra, written around 321 to 296 BC, laid stress on census taking as a measure of state policy for the purpose of taxation. During the regime of Mughal king Akbar the Great, the administrative report Ain-e-Akbari included comprehensive data pertaining to population, industry, wealth and many other characteristics. In ancient Rome too, census was conducted for purpose of taxation. In this episode, the following aspects are highlighted. First one is census in India during pre-independence period. The second objective is census of post-independence period. The third objective is census in India in 21st century. The fourth objective is schedule of census in 2011. First one is census in India during pre-independent period. The census of 1881, which was undertaken on 17th February 1881 by W.C. Plowden. He was the Census Commissioner of India. This was a great step towards a modern synchronous census. In this census, emphasis was laid not only on complete coverage but also on classification of demographic, economic and social characteristics. The census of 1881 covered the entire continent of British India except Kashmir. The second census was conducted from 26 February 1891, almost on the pattern of 1881 census. In this census, efforts were made for 100% coverage and upper part of present Burma, Kashmir and Sikkim were also included. During this census, the same schedule was canvassed, which contains 14 questions. The question on religion, caste, literacy, occupation, etc. were further modified. The third continuous census was started on 1st March 1901. In this census, Baluchistan, Rajputana, Andaman and Nicobar, Burma, Punjab and remote areas of Kashmir were included, and in respect of other areas where detailed survey was not possible, population was estimated on the basis of houses. The census schedule of 1901 census contained 16 questions. The main change was that the provision for house numbers was made in the schedule. In place of foreign language, a new question, know or does not know English, was included. The census of 1911 was commenced on 10th March in all 14 British provinces and native states. The census schedule canvassed in this census contained same number of 16 questions, but their scope was extended. In place of age, the question was asked age completed last birthday. In 1921 census, the fifth census in its continuous series was started on 18th March. Although the census schedule of 1921 contains the same questions like 1911, but they were canvassed with slight modifications. The sixth general census of India commenced on February 26, 1931. The areas covered in this census was approximately identical with that of covered by the census of 1921. The census schedule of 1931 census contains 18 questions instead of 16 questions of 1921 census. The two new questions added were, first one is earner or dependent, the second one is mother tongue, which was asked only in 1881. The census of 1941 started under the adverse conditions of war. The major innovation of 1941 census was to use the random sample, and every 50th slip was marked to list the validity of a sample in the census. In place of census schedule, an individual slip was canvassed which contains 22 questions. The formation of questions was modified to the great extent. Following were the new questions of 1941 census. Number 1. Number of children born to a married woman and number surviving. Second one, her age at birth of first child. Third one, do you employ a paid assistant or member of household? If so, how many? Fourth one is, how far you read? The second objective is census of post-independent period. The first census of independent India was conducted in 1951, which was the seventh census in its continuous series. The enumeration period of this census was from 9th to 28th February of 1951. An individual slip was canvassed which contains 13 questions. The particular like name, relationship, birthplace, sex, age, economic status, principal and subsidiary means of livelihood were obtained for each individual. The information on religion, mother tongue, literacy was also obtained. In the census of 1951, the entire Jammu and Kashmir was excluded from census, and its population was estimated on the basis of part of past census figures. Census of 1961 started on 10th February and ended on sunrise of 1st March. In place of individual slip of 1951 census, following two schedules were canvassed. First one is household schedule for each household. Second one is individual slip for each individual. The census of 1971 was 11th census in its continuous series and second after independence. The census of 1971 was conducted between 10th March and 31st March, and revisional round was taken from 1st to 3rd April. The census of 1971 was conducted in following two phases. First one is house listing operations, second one is actual enumeration. The first phase was conducted in different part of country at different time between June to September 1970 by canvassing two schedules, viz. House list and establishment schedule. During the second phase, an individual slip was canvassed which contained 17 questions. The following were the new features of 1971 individual slips. First one is a question for getting information on fertility for currently married women was included. The second one is an additional question last residence was included to get the information on migration aspect in a better way. Third one is the scope of economic question was further enlarged and a new question on secondary work was introduced. The fourth census of independent India was conducted from 9th to 28th February 1981. This was a revisional round from 1st to 5th March 1981. On the pattern of 1971, this census was again conducted in two phases. In the first phase, a house list schedule was canvassed, but the establishment schedule, which was canvassed during 1971, was dropped in 1981. In 1981, following two schedules were canvassed during second phase. First one is household schedule, second one is individual slip. The census of 1991 was the fifth census of independent India and conducted as usual from 9th to 28th February 1991 to present census data as on sunrise of 1st March 1991, the reference date. The two phases were continued in the same way like previous two censuses. In the first phase, a house list was canvassed to collect the information on housing data. It also includes the amenities available to the households. The scope of house list was enlarged and for the first time a question regarding type of fuel used for cooking was included. In 1981, the question on availability of toilet facility was included for urban areas only. However, in 1991, it was canvassed for rural areas also. During second phase, following two schedules were canvassed. First one is household schedule, second one is individual slip. The third objective is census in India in 21st century. The census of India 2001 was the first census of 21st century. As in the past, the census 2001 was also conducted in two phases. During the first phase, the house listing operations was conducted between April to September 2000, in which a house list was canvassed. During house listing, information on large number of new items such as condition of the building, number of independent sleeping rooms for married couples, type of toilets, availability of drainage with further bifurcation of open or closed drainage, bathing and cooking facility within the houses was collected. Some of the questions like number of living room and number of married couples which were canvassed during second phase in 1991 through household schedule were canvassed during first phase through house list in 2001 census. Besides, information relating to possession of certain assets like cycle, scooter or motorcycle or moped, radio, television, telephone, availing banking facility, etc. was also collected. The second phase population enumeration was undertaken between 9th to 28th February with revisional round from 1st March to 5th March in 2001. In the second phase, instead of household schedule and individual slip, only household schedule was canvassed. The household schedule of 2001 census design contains 23 questions which runs into 39 columns printed on both sides of the schedule. Following were the new questions of 2001 household schedule. First one is information regarding age at marriage was collected for males. The second one is the type of educational institution being attended by a person, occasional, other institute and literacy center were added. Third one is provision to obtain information on the total or partial disability was included. In 1981, the question on disability was canvassed in first phase and dropped in 1991. The fourth one is question on seeking and availability for work was also canvassed for marginal workers, and question on secondary work of main workers was dropped. Fifth one is the distance travelled by a person to his or her workplace and the mode of travel was included. The sixth one is sex wise information was collected for the children during last 1 year. Seventh one is net area of land under cultivation or plantation and net area of irrigated land were collected for those households who are engaged in these activities. Eighth one is for the first time provision was made in the household schedule for taking signature or thumb impression of the respondent. The fourth objective is schedule of census in 2011. The census of India 2011 has two phases. The first phase, house listing and housing census, has been conducted between April to June 2010 in different states and union territories. A schedule was canvassed during this phase to collect information on housing and amenities available to the households. The NPR would be a register of usual residents of the country. It will be a comprehensive identity database that would help in providing the benefits and services under the government programs to improve planning and help to strengthen security of the country. The information collected through NPR will be used for providing a unique identity number after a detailed procedure. The house listing and housing census of 2011 contains 34 questions with following modifications or additions compared to the same in 2001. First one is question on number of separate bedroom married couples has been dropped. Second one is a new question on availability of computer or laptop with or without internet facility was included. Third one was mobile phone was added with telephone facility. Fourth one was the question on availability of latrine was further divided into two parts. First one is latrine within the premises, second one is type of latrine. Fifth one is regarding source of drinking water, the tap water was splitted into tap water from treated source and tap water from untreated source. Besides, separate codes were given for covered and uncovered well. Sixth one is in type of latrine, separate code for public latrine was included. The seventh one is NPG was included under fuel used for cooking. The second phase of census 2011 has been conducted from 9th to 28th February 2011 with 5 days revisional round from 1st to 5th March. During second phase, household schedule will be canvassed. Following are the main changes of household schedule of 2011 census as compared to 2001 census. First one is separate code for other introduced under sex column. Second one is instead of one code, two separate codes has been given for divorced and separated. Third one is date of birth will be recorded in addition to age. Fourth one is in 2001 under SC/ST only name of caste or tribe was collected in case of those persons who returned themselves as SC or ST. In 2011 census, a filter question has been separately introduced enquiring if the person is SC or ST. If so, the name of the SC or ST is asked. The fifth one is the question on disability was further divided in three subparts. In type of disability, separate code for mental retardation, mental illness and multiple disabilities has been given. In case of multiple disabilities, provision has been made for recording maximum 3 types of disability. The sixth one is under question status of attendance in educational institution. Separate codes has been given for special school for disabled. For those who are not attending any educational institution, provisions have been made for collecting information on those who had never attended any institution. Seventh one is for rentiers, separate code has been given under non-workers category. Eighth one is under question travel to place of work was one way distance from residence to place of work will be collected. Ninth one is under question of migration in 2001 census only names of districts, states and country were collected, but in 2011 census provision has been made to collect the name of village or town also. 10th one is in 2001 census for households engaged in cultivation, some information regarding net area under cultivation or irrigation was collected in part 3. But in 2011 census, this information will not be collected. The Indian census is the most credible source of information on demography, population characteristics, economic activity, literacy and education, housing and household amenities, urbanization, fertility and mortality, scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, language, religion, migration, disability and many other socio-cultural and demographic data since 1872. Census 2011 will be the 15th national census of the country. This is the only source of primary data in the village, town and ward level. It provides valuable information for planning, formulation policies for central and state governments and is widely used by national and international agencies, scholars, business peoples, industrialists and many more.